Okay, I have my iPad, my clothes, my toothbrush, my hairbrush, my journal, my planner. Where is my backpack? Oh, hey friends, give me just a second to put all these things down. Oof. Sorry about that. I'm preparing to go on a road trip across North America. I can't wait to see all the sights through the South, the Midwest, the West, the Northeast, and maybe even up into Canada. Incidentally, if you'd like to learn more about these places, check out our geography lessons just like this. I haven't been on a road trip in so long. Honestly, I think the last time was when I was touring college campuses to decide where I wanted to go for higher education. That was a really fun and productive time for me, and can be for you too. So let's take a look at how to tackle typical college trips, including prior plans, tour tips, and afterward activities. We're going to learn what steps you should take before you begin traveling to colleges, what to keep in mind during your tours, and what you should do after you've finished your university road trip. Let's pound the pavement, burn some rubber, and hit the road. But there's actually a lot of work to do before we rev our engines. So let's begin with prior plans. College campus tours can actually start a lot earlier than most people think. Lots of people, including this one, recommend that you start looking in your junior year of high school. So, start planning early by going as a junior, or in the fall of your senior year, you can visit more prospective universities. Most universities have special event days like Spring Fling or College Fair. Sometimes they may offer summer camps where high school upperclassmen get to live like college students for a couple weeks. While all of these events sound fun and exciting, try to plan your visit for when school is in session. Touring the college on a normal school day will give a more accurate depiction of the university. During a special day or event, the staff is trying to show off their positive side. Trust me, I used to work in a college admissions office, and I definitely saw some elements that were staged just to impress prospective students. They want you to pick their school. The hard cold business fact is that they need students because they need tuition money. They want you to pick them over all the other colleges that you're visiting. And speaking of visiting other colleges, we all know that while road trips can be fun, they can also be expensive, and so can your college tours. So make sure that you set out a budget of how much you are willing to spend. Factor in transportation, lodging, food, clothing options, and more. And one way that can help you save money is taking a tour before your tour. What? How can you possibly do that? Well, most universities now offer virtual tours through their websites, so you can see the school before you decide to travel all the way across the country. This might help you narrow down your options. During virtual pre-tours, you might decide that you aren't as interested in some colleges as others. Maybe you see that the school is in the middle of a big city and you really hate all the noise and the trash. Or the college is in the heart of the country, which is a little too quiet for you. You want the hustle and the bustle and the possible internship opportunities of a large city. Plus, you have terrible allergies. Excuse me. Well, now that you've finished your virtual pre-tours, you can create your list of physical tours. When you've decided what colleges you would like to visit, make sure you sign up for a tour with the university. They'll schedule a time for someone to walk you around and point out all the major locations like the dorms, library, classrooms, cafeterias, bookstore, gym, and more. But make sure that you schedule your own time for a less official college tour. Take the time to wander around the campus and see the places they haven't shown you. Sometimes it might be a more run-down building. Oof. Or perhaps it's the opposite. Maybe you find a cute little study garden that you absolutely fall in love with. As you're creating your schedule of college tours, save your favorite universities to last, because then you'll know what to ask and what you're looking for. Now that you've scheduled the times for your official and unofficial college campus trips, let's move on to tour tips. Now that you're actually on campus, let's start exploring. And we'll begin with the academic departments. The best way to get accurate insight into specific programs at the college is by sitting in a class. Going on a regular school day will help you see what an average normal class is like, rather than a staged workshop on a special event day. If you are observing a class for your prospective major, make sure you talk to the professor afterwards. Ask them about the program, student body, and the college's administration. You can also set up an appointment with a professor before you even arrive on campus. Emails for the professors will be listed on the college's website. Ask to meet and prep your questions before meeting. Make sure that all contact comes through you. We love our parents and guardians, but professors want to see that you're an independent learner. Another useful person to speak to while on campus is an admissions counselor. They will be extremely helpful if you are planning on applying for the school. If you've already applied, you can meet your specifically assigned admissions counselor. They can answer any questions about the application or required materials. You can also talk to them about campus safety, which I'm sure would very much interest your parents or guardians. Federal law requires every college to file an annual security report that you can request and read. And while you're in the administration building, you might as well pop by the financial aid office. They can help talk you through potential scholarships. Speaking to them in person may get you a better deal than over the phone or email. If your tour is also tied to an audition or interview for a specific program, make sure that you find out about any departmental scholarships as well. And the last, but certainly not the least people to speak to on campus are the students. Be sure to talk to average students and not just the ones that your tour guide may suggest. Any student that works for the admissions office or a specific department may be obligated to say only nice things about the college or risk getting fired or losing their scholarships. Speak to the students who don't work for the university as well. Ask for the good, the bad, and everything in between. Some of the best places to find students to speak to are the dining hall or cafeteria and the student center. Local cafes or coffee shops in town may also be a great place to meet current students. So venture off the campus while you're there. Expand your tour to the surrounding area as well. Remember, you're not just choosing a school. You're also choosing a place to live for presumably the next 4 years. It's important that you like the setting and size of the city, whether urban, rural, or suburban. Well, we may have finished our tour of the school and the surrounding area, but we're not done yet. We still have to look at afterward activities. I know you were expecting to come home right away, but before you turn the key in your ignition, check out what other colleges may be nearby. Even if they weren't originally on your list, you might consider touring other universities or community colleges if they are close. Since you're already there, you might as well pop by. Who knows? They might surprise you. Once you finish looking around and are heading home, be sure that you pull out your journal. Write down your impressions, thoughts, and discoveries of the college and how they align with your priorities and personality. Compare the school to the other universities that you have toured. If you really like the college and are very interested in attending, then post about it on social media and tag the school. There's a chance that their social media team or admission counselors are watching. Your post might influence their opinion of you to give your financial aid package or application a boost. Thanks for tackling these typical college trips with me, including learning about prior plans, tour tips, and afterward activities. Look, I finally found my bag. I hope it all fits. I may have to get a bigger backpack. Well, I've got to finish packing for my road trip while you study the practice questions and supplemental PDF for this lesson to prepare for our next class where we'll study majors and minors. Until then, keep constructing your college castle in the sky.